Hello everyone, welcome back to the iRender tutorial series. Circuit board animation is probably one of the most familiar effects for artists working in After Effects. It's widely used in motion design for its clean, tech-inspired visuals, and there are plenty of ways to recreate it using tools like Blender, Houdini, and other 3D software. In today's video, we'll break down how to simulate this effect using the Particle Node Modifier in Cinema 4D, building a clean and flexible setup that's perfect for procedural animation and creative experimentation. Let's dive in. We'll start with a rectangle object, set the plane to XZ, and adjust the size to around 100 centimeters. Next, apply an extrude object with a thickness of 4 centimeters, using the Y-axis as the direction. In the Selection tab under Polygon, enable Shell and rename it accordingly for better organization. At this point, we now have a clean base surface, ready to apply the particle system. First, we will create a mesh emitter using the original base mesh as the geometry and apply a polygon selection as the restriction for the top surface. Set the emission mode to shot with a count of around 120 particles. In the Properties tab, set the velocity speed to 50 centimeters and the direction to normal. Then we apply a trace to follow the particle motion. You will notice that the particles are not aligned on the same plane and their heights are different. To fix this, we should use math manipulation to unify their elevation and keep everything aligned. Next, add a time condition set to pulse with a gap of 15 frames. Within this time, we apply a Particle Node Modifier, and use a random field in the Field tab to adjust the noise type, scale, and animation speed, and make sure to enable field value, color, and direction. Inside the node space, we start with a switch node, set the data type to vector, and define the directions accordingly. Then, use a range mapper node to remap the field values into 4 distinct indices, corresponding to the 4 directions controlled by the switch node. Use a transform vector node together with a scale vector node to create the final velocity vector for the particles. Press play to preview the result, and you'll see a basic circuit network starting to form. To reduce unwanted intersections between the lines, we add a field condition using the original trace object as the field. Set the distance mode to radius equals 1 centimeter and enable clip to shape. Within this condition, apply a kill manipulation to remove overlapping paths. Finally, use another field condition to control the overall boundary of the circuit effect. Add a random field with suitable settings, and use the original rectangle object to define where the effect begins. Feel free to adjust the parameters to explore different variations of the circuit board animation. The next step is to create a duplicate of the trace object, then use a sweep generator to generate geometry from the spline and form a visible surface. You can apply a pulse spline modifier and adjust the parameters to achieve a dynamic circuit wave effect. To add color variation, place the setup inside a fracture object and use a plane effector to control the color across the structure. Finally, keep tweaking the parameters until you're happy with the overall look and motion of the effect. Thus, we have completed the circuit board animation in Cinema 4D using the Particle Node Modifier. By combining a procedural workflow, particle behavior, and node-based control, we were able to build a clean and dynamic visual system from a simple setup. We hope this tutorial was helpful and gave you new ideas for your own procedural experiments and creative explorations. And if your current setup is holding you back, remember, iRender Render Farm provides powerful workstations from single to 8 times RTX 4090, so you can choose exactly what matches your project needs and budget. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more tutorials coming your way. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy rendering, happy creating with iRender.